Welcome guys to another Million Facts with Asians.
So, what's the topic today?
The topic today is alcohol.
Okay.
Firstly, we'll start off with a simple question. What is alcohol?
Some may not know, but alcohol from the Australian Government's Department of Health is in fact a drug.
Surely not. I thought it was just a beverage.
Caleb, your mind is on alcoholic beverages. Alcohol, mainly ethanol, is the drug in the drink and is the substance that makes you drunk.
And alcohol is a depressant drug, meaning that
It slows down the messages that travel between your body, like what you feel, what you see, potential dangers, and your brain, which processes the messages and tells your body what to do in response.
But how is alcohol a drug?
Well, alcohol does fulfill the definition of a drug,
meaning that
meaning that it affects the way you think, feel, and behave.
And how would you justify that?
I read it from the article you just discussed, the Department of Health.
I see. So alcohol is completely horrible.
No, we aren't saying that. In fact, alcohol has many positive effects on the body.
According to an article I read on the weekend, Mayo Clinic states that regular alcohol use under the limit can help reduce risk of heart disease, diabetes, and ischemic stroke.
Really? So alcohol is not bad? It's good? So I should drink a lot?
Caleb, remember, he said if you drink under the limit. Too much of a good thing is bad.
So what is the limit?
The limit set by the Department of Health of Government is 2 standard drinks per day.
Great. So I can drink 2 alcoholic beverages every day. Is that alright?
Right, but wrong at the same time.
You can have 2 standard drinks.
Yes, that's what I said. 2 drinks.
No, look. I have here a spirit. Look at the bottom. See, it contains
7.6 standard drinks in this tiny bottle.
You see, it's not the amount of beverage, it's the amount of alcohol in the drink.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because it's the drug that is the problem. The rest is just liquid.
And we haven't even gotten into the negative effects of alcohol.
Yes, in comparison to the few positive effects of alcohol, keep in mind that they are under the drinking limit.
There are a ton of negative effects if you overdrink.
Firstly, what are the short-term effects?
Well, I just opened up the Australian Government of Health Department's website and it says right here, some short-term effects are slurred speech, impaired judgment and coordination, vision and reflexes, increased confidence, something I could do it, and feeling relaxed.
Well, that's not a lot.
Look, Caleb, I'm trying to shorten it so the viewers don't get bored listening to us drone on. If you want more, there's also loss of consciousness, nausea, unstable emotions, tiredness, vomit.
What? So I would be like a zombie?
That would be correct.
So are there any long-term effects as well?
Again, from the website, let's see here. Long-term effects include mental issues such as depression, anxiety, increased risk of suicide.
What about the physical effects?
Well, there are addiction, weight gain, brain damage, impotence, and liver failure.
But keep in mind that different people react to alcohol differently. So one person might be down and out after one standard drink, as is their first time, and a person who regularly drinks alcohol and completely rely on the drink might have 3 or 4 drinks just to continue functioning.
Because they are that used to the drug that their body has adapted to having alcohol in the bloodstream.
Yes, exactly that.
Hey guys, want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Did you know that according to Driver's Education USA, it takes a whole 30 minutes to 2 hours for alcohol to enter the bloodstream?
What? That's ridiculous.
So if I drank 5 beers, each containing 1 standard drink, I would be completely fine for the first half hour?
That's right.
Yeah, good idea. Then after that half hour you can pass out or something.
And by drinking 5 beers at once would be considered as binge drinking.
Binge drinking? What's that?
To put it simply, to be considered binge drinking, an individual would have to drink an excessive amount in a short period of time.
You learn something new every day.
Continuing on, how do you think alcohol use is affecting the Australian population? Are usage levels going up or down? Simple answer.
Well, I know alcohol is obviously extremely addictive and alcohol usage records are increasing extremely quickly, especially on adolescents.
Okay, let's get these stereotypes straightened out.
Wait, but they are true, aren't they?
No, definitely not. Okay, according to NDOC, standing for National Drug and Alcohol Research Center, they state that in fact, alcohol usage statistics relating to adolescents are actually declining.
Yes, from the information collected from the National Drug Strategy Household Survey, the proportion of 12 to 15-year-olds who reported any drinking actually halved from 35% in 2004 to 18% in 2013.
From the same survey, drinking from 16 and 17-year-olds also declined sharply from 81% to 59%. In fact, alcohol usage rates are at their lowest since the 1960s.
Yes, but why are they declining?
Well, according to NDARC, UNSW, some justification for this phenomenon is that greater support for more restrictive policies, increased negative media coverage, and increasing public concern are all contributing to the falling statistics.
But I also read that some rates are remaining unchanged. Explain that.
That evidence is true. However, that stands only for age groups above 30, and in case you haven't noticed, our segment today is mainly focused on adolescents.
Did you also know that drinking whilst you're a teenager might also impact your health for years to come?
And that adolescents under the age of 15 are 4 times more likely to rely on alcohol?
Wait, what? How?
According to Queensland Health, throughout your teens and early into your 20s, your brain continues to grow and change as the synapses that connect all the different neurons become more complex and efficient.
What does that mean?
Well, Queensland Health also states that information from one neuron flows to another neuron across a synapse. The synapse contains a small gap separating neurons. If adolescents take alcohol at a young stage, then it might stall or alter the process of their brain developing.
Oh, okay. I'm still a little bit confused.
Okay, let's simplify this a bit. Have you ever played Chinese Whispers?
Yeah, I love that game.
As we were saying before about alcohol affecting messages, research from Alcohol Think Again states that your brain receives messages from your nerve cell to your body. It needs to receive the correct messages to function properly.
So how does Chinese Whispers have anything to do with your brain receiving messages?
Well, do you hate the people that say something different in the game to ruin it?
Oh yeah, they're actually so annoying.
Well, that's what alcohol does.
Yeah, basically, alcohol disrupts the messages sent by the nerve cells and distorts them, making you feel dizzy and stuff. Effects we mentioned already.
Hey guys, I just read this article from Foundation from a Drug-Free World, and did you know that alcohol is actually more damaging on a teenager's brain than an adult's?
What, really? Are you sure?
Caleb, I don't know why you're struggling to understand this. It's pretty straightforward. Young people's body can't cope the same as an adult.
This is because their bodies are still developing and the brain still hasn't fully matured.
Did you know that when I was younger I used to drink alcohol?
Brayden, why would you do that?
Well, I saw my friends doing it and my parents were always out on a daily basis, so I started drinking.
Well, how did you stop?
Just let me finish my story first. Anyways, after things got worse and I couldn't concentrate anymore at school, I was always feeling tired during class and my brain wasn't able to process what was given to me.
Hey, isn't that the Chinese Whispers thing that we were talking about?
Yeah, and then all my friends saw me getting crazy and I was all alone at school.
Okay, we get it. You were drunk. Can you tell us how we solved the problem now?
Fine, after that I saw all the mistakes that I made. I stopped drinking for a while and after that I started to recover.
My friends were also like your friends too, always drinking all the time.
So what happened?
Well, I was going to end up like Brayden, but I didn't have time to drink. After school, I would always have to head off to soccer training, and after that, I soon made friends with them and ditched my other friends.
What about at home then?
Well, at home I had to study, obviously.
I was just searching the web and I found out that there are a lot of couples get divorced from alcohol.
Wait, what? How?
Well, clinical research and Institute on Addictions tell us that heavy drinking, alcohol problems, and alcohol use disorders are all associated with lower marital satisfaction. This association is somewhat stronger when the husband is the problem drinker, but it's still apparent when the wife is the problem drinker.
Alcohol use by the perpetrator and or the victim is a contributing factor in domestic violence and aggression, both physical and psychological.
Alcohol and substance use are among the most common reasons given for a divorce, the third most common reason for women, and 8th most common for men. It is also one of the most common reasons given for seeking marriage counseling.
Couples in which one spouse has an alcohol use disorder, usually alcohol dependence, experience more negative interactions and fewer positive interactions than couples in which neither spouse has an alcohol disorder. On that note, that concludes our podcast today. Final thoughts, guys?
Alcohol is bad only if you overdrink. Drinking below the limit is fine and may even bring some benefits.
Overdrinking is the only real danger, isn't it?
Sure is. Anything else?
Alcohol is especially influential on adolescents.
How does it affect them?
I don't know.
I'll recap for you. Alcohol disrupts the synapses that form while your brain is developing. Done.
Everyone done talking? Us today for our podcast.